The Black Letter, Part 2. The Black Letter, Part 2. The morning air was cold and damp, the city still wet from the night's rain. I clutched the envelope the black figure had left me, staring at the words, "Look inside yourself. The rest is yours to find." I walked slowly, letting the quiet streets guide me. The city seemed different now. Every shadow, every alley, every dripping lamppost held a story. Each step reminded me that I could no longer avoid the truths I had buried. I had to see everything I had tried to forget, or I would never be free. The first place I returned to was my old apartment, the one I had shared with the person I loved and lost years ago. Dust had settled over the corners. Forgotten photographs lined the shelves, and letters I had once treasured lay unopened in drawers. I pulled one out, my fingers trembling. The paper smelled faintly of my past, of rain and ink and memory. I wish I could stay, but I cannot. Maybe one day, our paths will cross again. Reading it, I remembered every detail of that relationship. The laughter, the arguments, the tender moments that had made it so unforgettable. But I also remembered the mistakes, the lies, the misunderstandings that had torn us apart. A sharp pain gripped my chest, but alongside it came clarity. I could forgive the past, but only if I faced it fully. Days turned into nights as I traced the path the black figure had silently guided me along. Each memory confronted, each regret acknowledged, seemed to weigh me down and lift me at the same time. It was exhausting, terrifying, but necessary. I saw my younger self in those letters, in the torn photographs, and I understood how naive I had been, how lost, how desperate to escape myself. One evening, as the city lights reflected on wet asphalt, I found myself standing before the old cafe where we had first met. Memories flooded back, the smell of coffee, the warmth of that first smile, the tentative conversations that had grown into a love I had once thought unbreakable. And there, sitting at the same table, I saw her, or at least a shadow of her, memories converging with reality. "I've missed you," I whispered, though I wasn't sure if she could hear me. "I never left," came a voice, soft, distant, yet painfully familiar. It wasn't her, it was the black figure, stepping from the shadows, their face still obscured, but their presence commanding. "It's time to face what you've lost, what you've ignored," they said. "Only then will you understand the rest." The black figure led me to a quiet park, where autumn leaves crunched beneath our feet. Here, the memories were raw, untouched by time. I relived arguments, betrayals, missed opportunities, and the small moments of joy that had lingered quietly in my heart. Each revelation cut deeply, yet I began to feel a strange sense of release. I realized that to truly move forward, I needed to forgive, not just others, but myself. "Fear is natural," the figure said, "but running from yourself will not save you." I nodded, feeling the weight of years of avoidance begin to lift. The letters, the messages, the rain-soaked nights, they had been preparing me for this moment. For the first time, I confronted not only the person I had lost, but the person I had been, frightened, flawed, yet capable of understanding and growth. Hours passed, the sky darkened, and a gentle rain began to fall again. I didn't seek shelter, I welcomed it. The black figure remained silent, watching as if guarding my journey, giving me the space to reconcile with my past. Then, finally, they spoke. "All that remains is for you to let go. The rest is yours. Let go." The words echoed in my mind. I thought of every regret, every lost love, every lie I had told, every opportunity I had missed. Slowly, I imagined placing them down, one by one, letting them drift away in the rain, dissolving into the city streets. And with each one released, I felt lighter, freer, as if the black letter had not haunted me, but guided me to liberation. By dawn, the city shimmered under a new light. The figure was gone, vanished to the morning mist. But their lesson remained. I had faced myself. I had walked through my regrets and my losses. And for the first time in years, I felt whole. I returned home, soaked but unafraid, and began writing again. Not letters, but a journal. My story, my truths, my reflections. Each word a step toward healing, each sentence a bridge to the future. Weeks later, I found a final note slicked beneath my door. This time, it was not a command, not a challenge. It was a simple line. You are ready now. And I was. I was ready to live, to love, to forgive, and to embrace life fully. The black letter had shown me my past, but also illuminated my future. Its purpose was never to frighten, only to teach. Life continued, fragile and fleeting, but I had grown through the shadows. I understood that the darkest messages, the haunting presences, were not punishments. They were guides. They forced me to confront myself, to reconcile with what I had lost, and to find strength in what remained. And in the quiet moments, when rain taps softly against my window, I remember the black figure, the letters, the nights of fear and revelation. I remember that I faced myself, and in doing so, I found a courage I never knew I had. I am no longer alone. I am awake, aware, and alive. And the black letter, once a harbinger of dread, has become a symbol of clarity, redemption, and the quiet power of facing our own truths.